The Empress's revelation. The Grand Hall of the Galactic Council buzzed with anticipation. The most powerful beings in the galaxy had gathered for an emergency session called by none other than Empress Zelara of the Zorian Empire. Her holographic image flickered into existence at the center of the massive D-shaped room, towering over the representatives of countless alien species. Empress Zelara's eyes blazed with an intensity that made even the most hardened warriors of the galaxy uneasy. Her emerald scales shimmered with iridescence, and her serpentine tail coiled and uncoiled in agitation. "Esteemed members of the Galactic Council," she began, her voice amplified by the Council's acoustic technology, reverberating through the hall. "I address you today with a matter of utmost urgency and grave concern. Our intelligence reports have uncovered a disturbing truth about the humans of Terra." A murmur spread through the assembly. Representatives leaned towards one another, whispering in hushed tones. The humans were a relatively new species to the galactic stage, having only achieved faster-than-light travel a few centuries ago. Yet, their rapid technological advancement had been nothing short of extraordinary. "They have built over 200 supercarriers," Zelara declared, her voice trembling with barely contained fury. "Supercarriers each capable of housing thousands of fighters and deploying entire battalions of ground forces. This is an act of blatant aggression, a threat to the balance of power in our galaxy." The murmurs grew louder, evolving into a cacophony of voices. Some representatives shook their heads in disbelief, while others looked genuinely concerned. The Zorian Empress was known for her dramatic flair, but if her claims were true, it would indeed be a significant shift in interstellar power dynamics. A tall, willowy figure with translucent wings and a flowing robe stepped forward, raising a delicate hand to call for order. This was High Chancellor Teller of the Ethereal Conclave, a species renowned for their wisdom and diplomatic acumen. "Empress Zelara," Teller began in a calm, soothing tone, "these are indeed troubling claims. However, we must ascertain the veracity of this information before taking any precipitous action. What evidence do you present to support these allegations?" Zelara's eyes narrowed, and with a wave of her hand, a series of holographic images and data streams materialized above the council floor. Detailed schematics of the human supercarriers rotated in midair, accompanied by surveillance footage and intercepted communications. Gasps echoed through the hall as the scale and power of the human fleet became apparent. "We intercepted these transmissions from within the Time Defense Network," Zelara explained. "Their fleet is not a mere defensive measure. It is an armada prepared for conquest." A representative from the Draconian Confederacy, a reptilian species known for their martial prowess, hissed in displeasure. "If this is true, then the humans have betrayed the trust of the Council. We must prepare for war." Teller raised her hand again, silencing the outbursts. "Let us not rush to conclusions. We must invite the human ambassador to explain their actions. If they have indeed constructed such a fleet, there may be reasons we do not yet understand." The suggestion was met with reluctant nods. The human ambassador, a tall man with a stern expression and a formal military uniform, was quickly summoned. Ambassador Jonathan Hale stepped into the council chamber, his face betraying no emotion as he faced the assembled representatives. "Ambassador Hale," Teller began, "you have heard the allegations brought forth by Empress Zelara. Do you have an explanation for this unprecedented military buildup?" Hale took a moment to compose himself before responding. "Honored members of the Galactic Council, the construction of our supercarriers is indeed a significant development. However, it is not born of a desire for conquest, but out of necessity. The Terran Union has encountered a threat on the fringes of our galaxy, a species of extragalactic invaders known as the Clacks." He paused, allowing the name to sink in. The Clacks were a nightmare species spoken of in whispers and feared for their ruthless campaigns of annihilation. "Our intelligence suggests that the Clacks are preparing for a major incursion into our galaxy. The supercarriers are our line of defense, a desperate measure to protect not just Terra, but all member species of this council. We seek not to dominate, but to preserve peace and stability. The hall fell silent. The implications of Hale's words were profound. If the Clacks were truly on the verge of invading, humanity's fleet might be the galaxy's best hope for survival. Empress Celara's expression softened, her fury replaced by contemplation. "If what you say is true, Ambassador Hale, then we owe you an apology. The Zorian Empire will stand with terror against this threat. But know this, any betrayal will not be forgiven." Hale nodded, his stern demeanor unwavering. "We welcome your support, Empress Celara, and the support of all council members. Together, we can face this threat and ensure the safety of our galaxy." The coalition forms. The Galactic Council erupted into a mix of cautious optimism and determined resolve. In the face of an imminent extragalactic invasion, old rivalries would be set aside, and a new alliance forged. The humans, once viewed with suspicion, were now seen as potential saviors. The true test of their mettle and intentions was about to begin. The Grand Hall of the Galactic Council quieted as the members contemplated the gravity of their situation. High Chancellor Teller stepped forward, her wings shimmering in the soft light. "Ambassador Hale," she began, "if we are to face the Clacks' threat together, we must act swiftly and decisively. The Galactic Council will convene a special task force to coordinate our defense efforts. I propose that you, as the representative of Terra, lead this initiative." Hale nodded, his face a mask of determination. "I accept, High Chancellor. We will need the cooperation and resources of every member species. The Clacks are relentless and advanced. It will take all our combined strength to repel them." Empress Celara, still wary but now more cooperative, leaned forward. "Ambassador Hale, we will provide our best military strategists and warriors. The Zorian fleet stands ready to assist." Other representatives voiced their support, pledging ships, troops, and technology. The Draconian Confederacy's representative, General Shra, pounded his clawed fist on the table. "The Draconians are with you. Our warships will join the human fleet in the vanguard. We will show these Clacks the true meaning of fear." As the council adjourned, the atmosphere was charged with a mix of anxiety and determination. Plans were quickly set in motion. Ambassador Hale, now the de facto leader of the Galactic Defense Coalition, wasted no time in assembling a command team comprising the best minds and warriors from across the galaxy. In the following weeks, the galaxy's most formidable armada began to take shape. Massive shipyards buzzed with activity as supercarriers, dreadnoughts, and fighters were retrofitted with the latest technologies. Joint training exercises brought together soldiers from different worlds, fostering camaraderie and mutual respect. On the bridge of the TDF Eisenhower, one of the most advanced supercarriers in the Terran fleet, Ambassador Hale stood with General Shra and Empress Celara's chief strategist, Admiral Frex. Holographic displays projected real-time data and tactical simulations of the upcoming battle. "We've received reports of Clacks scout ships entering our galaxy," Admiral Frex reported, his multifaceted eyes reflecting the information. "They are probing our defenses, preparing for a full-scale invasion." General Shrug growled, his scales bristling. "Let them come. We will meet them head-on and crush their advance." Hale nodded. "Our first objective is to intercept and neutralize their scouts. We cannot allow them to gather intelligence on our defenses. Admiral Frex, mobilize our reconnaissance squadrons. General Shra, prepare your ships for immediate deployment." The coalition fleet moved with precision and coordination. Human, Zorian, and Draconian ships formed a formidable blockade at the outer rim of the galaxy. Advanced sensors and stealth technology allow them to detect and ambush the Clack scouts with lethal efficiency. Despite their success, Hale knew this was only the beginning. The true test would come when the main Clack's invasion force arrived. The coalition continued to bolster its defenses, fortifying strategic points and refining battle plans. The Clack's invasion. Weeks later, the warning came. A massive Clack's armada was detected on a direct course for the galactic core. The enemy fleet was unlike anything the coalition had ever faced. Sleek biomechanical ships, bristling with advanced weaponry, and shielded by energy fields impervious to conventional attacks. Ambassador Hale stood before the coalition's assembled leaders via a galactic-wide communication network. This is it. The clacks are upon us. Our combined strength, our unity, will be the key to our survival. We fight not just for our worlds, but for the future of our galaxy. Empress Celaura's image appeared next to Hale's. The Zorian Empire stands with you, Ambassador. Let the clacks know they face an unbreakable alliance. General Shru's fierce visage filled another screen. For our ancestors, for our descendants, we fight. The battle that followed was epic in scale and ferocity. The coalition's strategy hinged on a multi-pronged defense, using human supercarriers as mobile command centers and heavy artillery platforms. Zorian fighters, renowned for their agility and speed, harried the clacks' flanks, while Draconian warships formed an unyielding front line. The clacks, however, were relentless. Their ships adapted quickly, countering coalition tactics with terrifying efficiency. The battle seemed to hang in the balance, each side taking heavy losses. Amidst the chaos, Ambassador Hale coordinated the defense with unwavering resolve, making split-second decisions that turned the tide in critical moments. Turning the tide. In the midst of the battle, a breakthrough came. Human engineers, working tirelessly in secret labs, had developed a new type of weapon, a graviton disruptor capable of piercing the clacks' energy shields. These disruptors were quickly distributed among the fleet. With renewed vigor, the coalition forces pressed their advantage. The disruptors proved devastatingly effective, creating openings in the clacks' defenses that the Zorian and Draconian forces exploited ruthlessly. The tide of battle began to turn. Amidst the fierce combat, a lone clacks dreadnought broke through the coalition lines, heading straight for the Eisenhower. On the bridge, alarms blared as the massive enemy ship bore down on them. "All hands, brace for impact," Hale shouted, gripping the command console. The Eisenhower's shields flared as the clacks dreadnought unleashed a torrent of fire. The supercarrier shuddered under the assault, but held firm. General Shru's flagship, the Draconian dreadnought Drakkar, moved to intercept, its massive guns blazing. In a final, desperate maneuver, the Drakkar rammed the clacks dreadnought, its reinforced prow piercing the enemy ship's hull. Both ships exploded in a blinding flash, the shockwave rippling through space. The sacrifice of the Drakkar galvanized the coalition forces. With a unified roar, they surged forward, breaking the clacks lines and driving the invaders back. The battle raged on, but the momentum had shifted decisively in the coalition's favor. Victory and unity. After hours of relentless combat, the last of the clacks ships were either destroyed or in full retreat. The coalition fleet, battered but victorious, regrouped to assess the damage and mourn their losses. On the bridge of the Eisenhower, Ambassador Hale addressed the surviving leaders. "We have done the impossible. We have faced the greatest threat our galaxy has ever known and emerged victorious. This victory belongs to all of us, to every species and every soldier who fought with courage and honor." Empress Celaura's image appeared, her expression one of profound respect. The Zorian Empire honors the bravery and sacrifice of all who fought today. Let this be a new beginning for our galaxy, a time of unity and cooperation. General Shru's voice, though tinged with sorrow for his fallen comrades, was resolute. "The Draconians will remember this day as a testament to our strength and resilience. We stand ready to defend our galaxy always." As the coalition fleet dispersed to return to their respective worlds, a sense of hope and solidarity spread throughout the galaxy. The clacks threat had been vanquished, and a new era of cooperation and mutual respect dawned. A new era. Back on Terra, Ambassador Hale stood before the United Nations General Assembly, delivering a message of unity and hope. "We have faced the darkness and emerged stronger together. Let this alliance be a beacon of hope for all species. Together, we can achieve greatness." The galaxy, once fractured by mistrust and rivalry, now stood united. The lessons learned from the Klax invasion fostered a spirit of collaboration that extended beyond military alliances. Cultural exchanges, scientific collaborations, and diplomatic initiatives flourished, bringing the galaxy closer together than ever before. Legacy of the Coalition. Years later, the Galactic Defense Coalition remained a symbol of unity and strength. Monuments were erected on countless worlds, commemorating the heroes of the Klax War. The Supercarriers, once seen as instruments of potential tyranny, became symbols of peace and guardianship. Ambassador Hale, now an elder statesman, reflected on the journey that had brought the galaxy to this point. The Klax invasion had been a crucible that forged an unbreakable bond between diverse species, proving that unity in the face of adversity was the key to survival and prosperity. As the stars shone brightly in the night sky, a reminder of the vastness and wonder of the galaxy, the legacy of the Coalition endured. The story of how humans and their allies stood together against a common enemy would be told for generations, inspiring future leaders to seek unity and cooperation in the pursuit of a better, brighter future for all.